Hello and welcome to March's Flicks, the film and event magazine programme brought to you by Picture House Cinemas. My name's Flick, and coming up in this month's show, an Oscar win for Julianne Moore, World War II epic with Kristen Scott Thomas and Michelle Williams, Oscar nominee for Best Animation from Studio Ghibli. Disney enlist Kenneth Branagh to direct a live-action retelling of their animated classic. And Flicks Picks, my roundup of special events across the group this month. Still Alice earned Julianne Moore the top trophy, and rightly so.
Welcome, Dr. Alice Howland.
Thank you. I hope to convince you that by observing these baby steps
Alice, where the hell were you?
Went for a run.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that because you completely blew our dinner plans.
She is a remarkable actress at the best of times, but this subtle, compassionate yet brutal portrayal of a linguistics professor with an early onset Alzheimer's presents her at her extraordinary best. Never mawkish or sentimental, the disease spares no one, and nor does the film. A seemingly perfect family is torn apart by the confusion, frustration and fear brought about by this little understood condition. Moore's genius is in presenting the perspective of the sufferer through the smallest of gestures for the greatest of impacts. Alec Baldwin and Kristen Stewart as husband and daughter also give exceptional supporting roles.
I am not suffering. I am struggling. Struggling to be a part of things, to stay connected to who I once was. So live in the moment, I tell myself. It's really all I can do. Live in the moment.
The story of how Sweets Francaise, the book and then the film, came to be is a tale in and of itself. Written by Irene Nemirovsky, a published novelist who died in Auschwitz aged 39. 50 years later, her daughter discovered a notebook that she had supposed was a journal and realised it was the novel. She had it published in France, and in 2004 it became a bestseller. It has since been translated into 38 languages and sold more than 2.5 million copies. Movingly, she said, it shows that the Nazis did not truly succeed in killing my mother. It is not vengeance, but it is victory. The other remarkable thing about the story was that it would appear to have been written with the clarity of hindsight, and yet was penned exactly at the time of the Nazi occupation of France. Kristen Scott Thomas, Michelle Williams, My Week with Marilyn, and Margot Robbie, The Wolf of Wall Street, all such different but equally charismatic actresses, carry this epic story of love and war.
Your officer, he's leading the search for my husband.
Verbreiten!
You're the only one that can help him.
They think you're hiding someone. If I had the slightest suspicion, it would be my duty to act on it.
Careful with your life.
This is precious to you.
It is precious to me.
The tale of Princess Kaguya is the latest in a long line of truly unique and completely enchanting Studio Ghibli films.
She's such a beautiful little princess.
That kid's weird. She grows fast.
Have you gotten bigger again?
I'm going to build a princess a fine mansion.
You're gonna go somewhere different and leave us behind.
Exquisitely animated to look like watercolour on parchment, this is co-founder-director Isao Takahata's take on the traditional 10th century Japanese folk tale, the tale of the bamboo cutter. In the story, a poor childless couple find a baby girl inside a glowing stalk of bamboo and other riches in other stalks with which to protect her. Who she is and where she comes from gradually unfolds in the wondrously imaginative and simply unguessable story for which Studio Ghibli is so renowned.
Only now do I finally remember why I came here.
Cinderella is a star-studded, star-directed, surefire hit aimed squarely at the Frozen crowd, and it even comes with the Frozen Fever animated short.
Hold on! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you all right?
I'm all right, but you've nearly frightened the life out of him.
Who?
The stag.
But we're hunting, you see. It's what's done.
Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done.
You're right. I hope to see you again, miss.
Kate Blanchett takes evil to a delicious and very classy new level as the stepmother, and Helena Bonham Carter is irreverent and funny as both narrator and fairy godmother. The film is almost absolutely true to the original, with a few savvy nods to modernity in that the prince is not someone she just met that day, the ugly sisters are ugly on the inside, and the stepmother has her own story behind her evil persona. Sumptuous costumes, a fabulous score, and a real chemistry between the properly dashing prince, played by Game of Thrones' Richard Madden, and the down-to-earth Cinders, played by Downton Abbey's Lily James.
I will protect the prince from you, no matter what becomes of me.
And now Flix Picks, my roundup of special screenings and events across the group. On the 4th, the Royal Shakespeare Company follows up its production of Love's Labour's Lost with Love's Labour's Won. Marking the centenary of the end of World War I, this production transposes Shakespeare's story to the autumn of 1918, with a world-weary Benedick and Claudio returning from the trenches to an English country house party. Youthful passions run riot before peace ultimately breaks out. 2 productions from the National Theatre this month. On the 12th, Behind the Beautiful Forevers. From Pulitzer Prize winner Catherine Boo's book, David Hare has fashioned a tumultuous play on an epic scale, starring Meera Syal and set in a makeshift slum beyond the luxury hotels surrounding Mumbai Airport. And on the 26th, don't miss a stellar cast led by Mark Strong, The Imitation Game, in the Young Vic's electrifying production of A View from the Bridge. Arthur Miller's tragic masterpiece confronts the American dream with themes of familial loyalty, betrayal and freedom. On the 14th, a premiere production from the Met Opera, La Donna del Lago. Bel canto superstars Joyce DiDonato and Juan Diego Flores join forces for this showcase of vocal virtuosity, set in the medieval Scottish Highlands and based on a beloved novel by Sir Walter Scott. On the 17th, from the Royal Opera House, the Royal Ballet performs Swan Lake. Surely the greatest of all romantic ballets, a captivating story of a beautiful woman transformed into a swan. Yolanda Sonnabend's designs are an inspired blend of historical accuracy and Gothic fantasy, drawing on the opulent style of Carl Fabergé. On the 23rd, following its sellout run at Manchester's Royal Exchange Theatre, comes a unique and critically acclaimed production of Shakespeare's tragic Hamlet. BAFTA nominee Maxine Peake creates a Hamlet for now, giving a performance hailed as a milestone by the Manchester Evening News. This groundbreaking stage production, directed by Sarah Frankham, was the Royal Exchange's fastest-selling show in a decade. That's it for March. More information is available on our New Look website, picturehouses.co.uk. Keep up to date on our various social media websites and blogs. Pick up a free copy of our magazine, Picture House Recommends, at your local venue or download it to your iPad. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again in April.